Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Baby Got Scraps, a scrappy inspiration YouTube and Instagram hop. So today's page kit is going to be an orange page kit, and I don't know if this is the last one or if I've got one more trying to finish up. My fiance's daughter competed in cross country in state in November of 2020. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I was watching myself throw stuff onto the, well, okay. So anyway, anywho, back to the layout here. I am going to pull out all of the stuff that I've pulled to go with it, and not real sure why I have that color one in there, like all the rainbow colors. So yeah, that one confused me. There is the sketch that I'm going to use for today. And I'm just going to cut it down so that it doesn't have so much extra on it. I kind of set them up either next to me or in front of me. And I am just writing down the information, and I will actually adhere that to the back of my layout. So I can always remember what I did it for, right? Because I won't remember. So those are all the scraps that I threw into the kit, and those are orange, and that's my 12 by 12 sheet. So again, just grabbed some paper pads that I had and went through, and the patterns that I knew I was never going to use, I use, as long as they have a white back, I'm going to use them as white cardstock. So right here, you see I already got my title and moving up, go wit. So basically, when she started the race, we were like, she's a freshman and she was running at the varsity level. And she was always like, whenever they would start, and then when she'd hit us at the next turn, whenever we'd get to the next spot and she'd pass us, she would be pretty far up in the lineup. Well, this race, she was at the end of the lineup, and we were pretty concerned because, that was very uncharacteristic of her, because she is pretty fast, but come to think of it, it was the top 100 or so runners from all the high schools in the state of Illinois in the Class A division. And she's a freshman, so she was running against seniors and experienced runners. However, it gave her drive and determination to fuel that little 15-year-old attitude. You guys know what I'm talking about, teenage girls, right? Therefore, by the time she came back past us the fourth time around, she was very far up in the race and finished, not real sure what she placed, but it was pretty high up, so we were really proud of her. And this was her getting ready to make her last two turns and sprint it out. So enough about the pictures. I am now making the banner pieces. And if you see, I took that cool ombre one and used both sides of it to create my banners. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down to the page. This layout also called for hexagons. So I grabbed out my hexagon punch and went ahead and punched out everything from all the remaining scrap pieces. And also it called for little bitty Polaroids. So I used all three of the orange cardstocks that I had in the little page kit there and created the appearance of Polaroids while I was busy jabbering away, right? And they're just tucked in, and I'm trying, I do futz with that bottom one because I don't want it to line up perfectly with the top one. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. I was just not feeling it. I was like, no. And you'll see I do mess with it quite a bit because it looks like it's right up there. But then I decide, before I'm going to lay it down, let's pop this one up, right? Because it's not really tucked into anything. So we should probably go ahead and just pop it right up on some foam. And I do use my liquid adhesive for most part when I'm putting down the foam, because my ATG doesn't, it doesn't stick real well to the foam for some reason. So I don't want it to fall off later. And see, I'm going to get it there, and then it's like exactly the same. All right, I hope I can pick this up. My son came in, and he has a tendency to drop the cursey words, you know what I'm saying? All right, so there you go. I'm going to show you right now how I made the little bitty punches because I don't have a little bitty octagon. So I take the big one and I line up the edge, and I'm just going to mark it all the way around. So I line the edge up against one line and take the ruler and line it up against one of my little cubies in on my my little mat there. And I just draw the lines, and then I'm going to go in with the scissors, and I'm going to cut those off, and then you have a cute little hexagon. You do have to watch to make sure you cut those right, though, because you could end up with some wonky shapes. But there you go. Oh, how cute. Okay, so I didn't make you watch me do all of that, and I didn't realize I cut away that fast. Woohoo! So I'm just going to go ahead and separate those out so that I don't have two likes next to each other, and I am going to go ahead and start gluing them down. I had my liquid glue out, and that is just the art glitter glue in my fine liner bottle. And I'm going to use that because it was open, and we're going to make it work. So I'm kind of following the sketch, but I like more, so I do add like more on there. And then I decide that these little guys need to be punched. They need to be popped up, right? So I'm going to make all the little ones popped up. Just the layout was pretty flat, so I was trying to make it not so flat. And I'm just going to go ahead and create the design and add these fun, festive, and they are fall, and it was November, so it was fall, so it totally worked. I mean, it was not cold. I mean, they're running in little shorty shorts and tank tops, but I wouldn't run. I'd die off the start. So, and by the time these girls, like, cross the finish line, they look like they're going to die. Like, some of them end up, like, you know, regurgitating, and they collapse. And I'm like, why would you do this? I've asked her several times, and she's like, it's not fun while you're doing it, but it's fun when you finish. I'm like, well, yeah, because the torture's over, right? Oh, children, I don't get them. Like, it just looks like they're in pain. All right, so anyway, while I'm getting all these stuck down and I stop jumping onto the rabbit trails there and just getting lost, in the description box below, I will have listed all the channels and ladies that are playing along in today's hop. So please go ahead and check them out and give them some love. Now, not every channel that is listed below is going to have a video every day. Some will, so you just kind of have to click and check, and they might have other videos that you might want to watch too, so you never know. But also, to give you a little background, this was started in the Scrappy Inspiration group by a wonderful lady, and it was all about, do you guys have like way too many scraps? Yeah, let's do a hop about, you can only, and the rules were simple. You can use as many scraps as you want, but you can only use one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So, and it's all month long. So there'll be 31 layouts completed using nothing but one 12 by 12 sheet of paper or cardstock, and the rest scraps. And it is totally, oh, it's worth it because I'm getting so many scraps used up. I did go ahead and put the title on off screen because they're thickers, they're old, and well, new thickers don't stick. So I put moving up at the top, which is the title, and like my subtitle is go wit, because I had them out and I find it hard to use that orangey gold color, so I felt like score, get as much as I can use up as I possibly can. I'm going to sprinkle around just a bit of these little embellishments that I pulled. I do stick in the banner that was something about worship God. It was a illustrated faith, and I cut it and stuck it under. I am going to just pop up a couple of these little circles. I am going to stick some twine in there because that is another thing that I have an abundance of and never use. So I've been trying to get just different things on my layouts. I get stuck in a groove, and I don't know if you guys do as well. Leave me a comment below if you do this as well. Like, you start creating and you get into a rhythm of a pattern or design that you like, and you continuously keep making the same design. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. So I have to like continuously like reinvent the wheel, right? I have to keep grabbing different things and pulling sketches and doing different things just to keep my albums from looking like the exact same design on every single page. The only thing that's different are the pictures and the pattern papers that I used. And I am just using my little tweezers right there. Bad idea, because then I got glue on them, and I was like, oh, bad idea, Rebecca. But I ended up getting it down, and I cleaned my scissors off. I'm going to come in with some Nuvo drops as well, and that is pretty much going to be it for this layout. If you liked my layout, please give me a thumbs up. If you did not like my layout, feel free to give me a thumbs down. But leave a comment below on what you didn't like. I am so interested to hear. Like, I like all feedback. So if there's something I'm doing that I could do better, please, by all means, let me know. You will not hurt my feelings or offend me. Unless you're, like, really mean. Don't be mean, because that will make me cry, and I don't want to cry. I'm going to get the Nuvo drops put on, and I sprinkle them around on different areas. Now, this one was a little bit more, what's the word? It was thicker, so it was making, like little Hershey Kiss looking ones. So I was trying to, like, squeeze more, but I was like, it's fine. It'll get squished in an album anyway, right? All right, I think that's going to do it for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.